Hi, my name is Pat, and this is my channel, Book Chat with Pat, and I'm glad that you're here. Today I'm going to be doing a new original tag. This is the Sir Isaac Newton tag. It was created by Reading Ideas, and I was tagged by Reading Ideas. And all of the prompts have to do with aspects of Sir Isaac Newton's life. So the first prompt is adopted, sent away, abandoned. A book with a character that is adopted, sent away, or abandoned. So I picked for that Charles Dickens' character Pip in Great Expectations. The next prompt is the use or measurement of time. A book where time is a crucial element. For that, I picked H.G. Wells' The Time Machine, where our main character is the time traveler who travels into past times and meets unusual creatures and has to find his way back to his own era in time. Okay, the next one is Test of Strength, a book where the character has to pass a test of strength. So for this, I just was thinking about characters in mythology. So I just picked Edith Hamilton's Mythology, Timeless Tales of Gods and Heroes, because specifically I was thinking of the labors of Hercules, the 12 labors of Hercules, which are all tests of unbelievable strength and fortitude. Okay. Character with a dark side or a temper. A book where a character has a dark side or temper. So I picked one of my favorites, Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, and the character I'm thinking of is Heathcliff, who of course is always described as being sort of dark-tempered and definitely has a dark side to his character. Okay, number 5, a book where a character has a quest that is deemed so big the character either chooses to have no personal life or is destroyed in the process of the quest. So for that, I picked Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Victor Frankenstein's entire life and the lives of just about everybody that he loves are really destroyed because of his quest. His quest for the forbidden, for forbidden knowledge, for creating life, and then for not telling anybody what he's done. So in his quest for knowledge and perhaps forbidden knowledge, his life is destroyed. Number 6, a questionable decision, a book where the main character makes a questionable decision. Well, I'm going to stick with Frankenstein just for a minute. This certainly is one. Victor Frankenstein makes many bad decisions. Perhaps his decision to try to create life and creating his monster is the first bad decision that he makes, and then he just perpetuates it because he's so proud and he refuses to let anyone know what he has done, even as the creature is running rampant and causing destruction, mostly because Victor has rejected him. So a book filled with bad decisions. And then the other one that I always think of, there was a similar question to this in another tag that I did not too long ago, about bad decisions, and I thought of Oedipus, the king, in Sophocles' play. Oedipus makes a very bad decision. He leaves home because he has been given a prophecy that he is going to kill his father and marry his mother. So he makes the decision to leave home so that he doesn't do that. And then on the road, the first person he meets, gets into a fight with the first person he meets along the road, and he decides to kill that person. He gets into a fight, and he kills this person who we find out later actually is his father. Okay, bad decision. Number 7, scale change. A book with an object or a place that goes through a scale change. So what I thought of for that was Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels, where Gulliver travels all around these mythical places, really, and sometimes he's a giant among very, very tiny people, the Lilliputians. Sometimes he's a tiny person among gigantic people. So that, I think, would definitely qualify as a scale change. Okay, moving along. Number 8, falling or something to do with gravity. A book where something or someone is falling or where gravity plays a part. So for that, I picked John Milton's Paradise Lost. Now we can talk about falling in this book. We can talk about metaphorical falling, falling from grace, falling from paradise, but there's also physical falling. In Book 1 of Paradise Lost, Satan and his fellow rebelling angels are all cast out of heaven, and they literally they're thrown out of heaven, and they literally fall for a period of 3 days before they land on this fiery lake in hell. So that we've got both metaphorical falling here, and we have actual physical falling in Milton's Paradise Lost. Okay, number 9, red herring, false trail, use of codes. A book with a red herring, a false trail, or a quest, or the use of codes. So for that, I thought of Robin Sloan's novel, Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. You can't tell here, but this is a really cool cover. Where the little yellow bars are books, and they actually glow in the dark, but you can't tell that in the light. So Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore. There's a recently unemployed college graduate in this story who takes a job in a very mysterious bookstore where he is told not to look into any of the books. Rather, his job is simply to log in the comings and goings of very mysterious patrons to this bookstore, all of whom are studying some very old books, all of which are written in code. Okay. Number 10, Revenge Punishment. A book with an element of revenge or punishment. The first thing that I think of when I hear the word revenge is Shakespeare's Hamlet. Because, of course, Hamlet is commissioned by the ghost of his father to avenge his murder. And that makes up the rest of the play. Hamlet's attempts to avenge his father's death, mostly Hamlet's delay in getting revenge for his father, but I mean, this is the classic revenge tragedy, Hamlet. Okay. Number 11, Rise and Fall, a book with a rise in status followed by a catastrophic fall. What is on my mind is a book that I just finished last month, and that's Victor Hugo's Les Miserables, where certainly the main character, Jean Valjean, he actually goes through many rises and falls. He has no status in the beginning. He's a convict, and then he has almost a miraculous rise in status after he is out of prison very early in the novel, but he experiences a very catastrophic and dramatic fall after this rise, and it happens a couple of times to him in the course of this 1,300-page novel. Okay, number 12, a genius. Which writer to you is a genius, or a book with a character that is a genius? So, a character, Dani Shapiro's novel Signal Fires, which I read, I'm going to say last year, has a character in here. He's a little boy at one point in the novel, but he grows up, and his name is Waldo Schenkman, and he is a genius. He's a boy genius. But I also can think of many writers that I think of as genius, or displaying genius also. Certainly, I'm going to come back to our friend Victor Hugo. I'm going to come back to Shakespeare and John Milton. So there's three literary geniuses and then one character who is a genius. Okay. Next, I'm supposed to tag some people. So if you are watching this tag, I hope that you will consider yourself tagged by me, and I hope that you will do this. This is a really fun, different kind of a tag. But I'm also going to name some specific people as well. I am tagging Stuart Griffin, Time Travel Reads, Alan at Big Hard Books and Classics, Nikki at My Messy Bookshelf, Hannah at Hannah's Books, James at Quaint and Curious Volumes, Angelia at Read and Reread, David at David Novak Reads Poetry, Aaron at Aaron Read a Book, Renee at Beyond Books, Heidi at My Reading Life, Brian at Bookish Texan, Ellen Made Book Club, Joshua at Joshua Crebo Reads, Melinda at A Web of Stories, Debs at Rayner Reads Stuff, The Mild Rumpus, Farah at Bookstalgic, Steve Donahue, Sean D. Standfast, and Gavin at Genre Books. But I believe, Gavin, you have already been tagged in this original in the original tag. But it wouldn't be a tag if I didn't tag Gavin it wouldn't be a tag for me if I didn't tag Gavin as well. So that is the Sir Isaac Newton tag. As always, I thank you for watching. I hope that you're doing well. I'll see you again soon. Take care.